So if England want to do well and score more goals in this Euro 2024, this is what I think the coach, Gareth Southgate, must look into. For example, here, this is England possessing the ball. You see? Now, this is England. And don't forget, this is Harry Kane, the England top 9. Now, what is Harry Kane doing here? You can see Harry Kane is moving deep to take the ball. You see? This is Harry Kane. You see? Look at where Harry Kane is. So deep to take the ball. Look at Harry Kane here. So Harry Kane is so deep to take the ball. At the end of the day, what happened? Let's look at, you see. Okay, now Harry Kane have the ball. Now let's look at, England position in the offensive phase. You see, it's empty. You only have this guy here, which is because at this time, this is where Harry Kane should be. Harry Kane is supposed to be here. I remember Didier Drogba of that time. Didier Drogba, we stand with the last man. All this kind of, I'm not saying it's wrong for a player to come to the midfield and receive the ball, especially a striker, but not in this situation or in this kind of current team of, the England current team. And also, not always, because Harry Kane, look at the end of the day, what happened? Wasted effort. You see, now he's returning to where he's supposed to be. And if he had remained there and trusted his midfielders or his players, his teammates, according to Thierry Henry, trust your teammate. They will look for you. Player like Harry Kane should learn how to stay in his position, all this overlapping, because if you are to do this, then what is the use of your midfielders in the same team with you? Instead, you call your midfielders to, take their position. See, this is another situation where Harry Kane make this same movement. Now, this is Harry Kane. This is Harry Kane. You see, what is he doing here? You see Harry Kane coming deep to take the ball. Okay, I think the England coach must have a good look at this. You see, this is Harry Kane. See? Now, where do you have Harry Kane? In the midfield. Harry Kane is in the midfield. But by now, this is where Harry Kane should be, attacking the defender. Stay in that position. Your defenders, I remember Yaya Toure, Xavi, Iniesta, Andrea Pirlo, they look for you from behind. But when you are coming, towards them to receive the ball, how can they look for you? That is why I think the position of Harry Kane is overlapped. Harry Kane is overlapping his position. The coach must have to do something about that. If Harry Kane is going to play the way he is playing, then you need another striker to play alongside with him to always cover his position, which I don't think is necessary. It is Harry Kane that need to adjust his position. You understand? You see, at the end of the day, you have a wasted effort. Okay, let's look at another, situation here in the second half of the game. You see, this is Harry Kane. This is Harry Kane. And now, this is Jude Bellingham having the ball. But what happened here? Now, you see, my question is, why will Harry Kane decide to make this movement? Why will Harry Kane decide to make this movement instead of this movement? You see, now what happened? When he made this movement, look at how the whole thing ended. Harry Kane, made this movement. Now, he received the ball from Jude Bellingham. But what happened? You see, wasted effort. So by doing so, you just see him busy doing nothing. You would think that Harry Kane, he's really trying. He's not trying anything. He's just busy doing nothing. Gareth Southgate must have to call Harry Kane to tell him to learn how to maintain his position. It might be true that this is how he plays in his, club, or this is how he's been playing. But in this kind of a team that they have, or this kind of squad that they have, Hurricane must learn how to maintain his position. Okay, still look at him here. This is the same Hurricane. You see him? This is Hurricane. Now, my question is, why making this deep movement to receive the ball? Let's look at it. So Hurricane make this deep movement to receive the ball, you see? Okay. Now, Hurricane is having the ball. Who do you have in the position of Hurricane? Nobody. You see? Nobody. That is why I keep on talking about Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba will be there. Yes, Didier Drogba sometimes come to the midfield to receive the ball, but he not all, just the way Hurricane is doing it. Every time you are so deep, maintain that. Stand with the last man. When you stand with the last man, definitely the defender must make mistake. Your teammate must look for you. And at the end of the day, you create a clear chance. But when you overlap like this, the way Hurricane is overlapping, you end up creating chances that are useless, chances that are not useful, chances that cannot be taken. You see, this is what happened. And this is why I think England have been playing, finding it difficult to score more goals. I would say Hurricane is the one that is responsible, because the position of Hurricane also determine the flow of Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka. If Hurricane is able to maintain his position, standing with the last man, you will see how Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka will flow in that offensive phase. But as long as Hurricane continue moving so deep, is not balancing that formation, according to my own observation. So I think Gareth Southgate will have to look into Hurricane's position in this current England squad in order to do better.